Hello, good morning. It is another beautiful Monday morning. Not as sunny as I usually would prefer, but I'm alive, I'm well, my family is well. I have a beautiful mug and yummy coffee inside, so I've got nothing to complain about. So, how are you this morning? This is another weekly wellness challenge where I report to you whether I had a great week toward meeting my challenge goals or if I had an epic fail. And this week was an epic fail. So last week I challenged myself to limit the intake of baked goods. Baked goods I was using as comfort food. Baked goods I was overeating. So I actually ate more baked goods this week than I did the previous weeks, even when I was like emotionally eating. And so I had scones and I had croissants and I had bread and I had part of a donut. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. I had parts of donuts and it was a free-for-all and it was an epic fail toward my wellness challenge. So once again this week, my challenge to myself is to limit the baked goods. Now, why is this important? I think many of us who are focused on nutrition or, try to pay attention to what we eat, understand that if we have an intake of carbs that is in excess of what our body can burn, then our body converts that into sugar, and what isn't burned gets stored as fat. So when you're trying to be well and trim and fit and have energy and maintain a balanced blood sugar, that is absolutely counterproductive to those goals. So that is a biggie as to why I need to focus on this. I'm diabetic. I was diagnosed as they couldn't figure out where to put me. So eventually they decided it was chemo-induced diabetes. So when I had chemo in 91, 92 for bone cancer, that must have damaged my pancreas, somehow mixed up my system where insulin wasn't being utilized appropriately in my body. So I'm insulin resistant. And so they treat me as a type 2 diabetic. And so I'm on metformin for that. So because of that, and because, even with being on medication, that doesn't fix the problem. I need to be proactive toward being well, and just taking my medication as prescribed it's not enough. And most of us who are on medication understand that, whether it's medication for anxiety, you can't just take your pills and it all goes away. You have to go to counseling and learn coping skills and then use those coping skills. So for me, I understand. I'm taking my medication. I'm doing what I can in that respect. However, I need to take it a step further, and I really need to limit the intake of those baked goods, and they're my favorite. So it is a big challenge. So if you are challenging yourself with something this week, and next Monday for another weekly wellness challenge.